Hello and welcome back to the channel for another video. This is a video I was going to make a while ago but I hadn't, purely because I asked and the person said that they didn't at the time wish for a video to be made about it, so I respected their wishes and I didn't make a video. Now, they recently spoke about it publicly and I have some more information because I spoke to them about it earlier in 2020. Now, to give some context, Tony Katay, the former cinematographer of Mars Argo's videos, or some of them at least, is credited in quite a few of Mars Argo's works. He came out on Instagram and blasted Poppy to some degree. Now, it was news to quite a lot of people, except not myself because I found out earlier in the year, that himself and Poppy weren't on good terms. Now, if you're wondering how they tie in together, he took photos for her Choke EP and he also did some work for some music videos. Now, I'm not 100% sure what they were, but I know that the conversation started, or I started the conversation by asking him about his showreel because he had uploaded his showreel to YouTube. And this is where we're kind of going to jump in. There's some of the conversation from May of 2020, and then there's some conversation from the day I'm recording this. And hopefully in between they make more sense. So I asked him about the video, the showreel, and he responded and said, "That's a private video that was accidentally made public for a brief moment for one of my production companies, but I do not affiliate with Poppy. To be clear, she ended up betraying me over business we had together. That's too bad. I have an entire print collection sitting in storage that probably will never release. I don't mind when people choose that route though. It's enjoyable to see what becomes of people like that. When playing that whole game, and just between her and I, my experience with her, I just wish that her fan base knew what a horrible person she is. In a perfect world, these kids should look up to solid, honest humans, especially women who speak/stand in truth. Best of luck to her in her life though. I hope she can learn from all of this and what's to come." I went on to say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was wanting to make a video about like Poppy's uncredited director or something. I was wanting a list of music videos he worked on. I think I remember I Disagree and maybe Blood Money." There you go. So I think part of his show reel included I Disagree, which is strange because I don't remember him ever being mentioned in regards to that. He responded and said, "She treated me very poorly and abused a trusting relationship. It's to a point where I don't want any association with her. On another note, I have some amazing work coming out soon. Can't wait to share. Going to start releasing my projects this year." And I said, "Alright, I respect that. I'll can the idea. I'm sorry that happened." I've seen some new videos coming out and exciting to see. I thought you weren't doing much, but that show reel looks like you were. You just weren't being credited. They said, "Thanks for understanding." I said, "No worries, I'm working on a video about how much Island Records disliked her." Now, that Island Records video is... I think it's fair to say that it's not an urban legend. It's probably part of the channel history though, because that is now private and was taken down to avoid legal issues, let's just say that. And then he went on and he sent 2 videos, which, because they're screenshots, I can't show you, but I will show you them in post. He went on to say, "I have 36 of these, lol. A couple are 4x4 foot. She told me to produce them to sell on her website, so I made them all, and then she failed to follow up on her end of the agreement. They weren't cheap either, SMH. And I said, "Weren't you selling them at one stage? I know you produced everything at the highest quality." He said, "Yeah, for a moment, but I felt weird doing that. I had eventually removed them." I said, "So they're just sitting in limbo now?" He said, "They're so dope though. That's part of one of my larger/longer term projects." there will be 11 different moving images in the exhibition. I've done 3 so far. Yeah, I'm literally in my studio seeing there. I said, they look really, really cool. What are they called? I call them 3D photos. And then he went on to explain that they're called lenticular prints. I have never heard of them. And I said, I don't know how many images are in a single lenticular print, but just one piece would be a pretty penny. He said, I believe that one in particular is 14 images. So like 14 images in one to make like a 3D effect. And that was basically where the conversation had ended. As you could see, the first screenshot showed, or is it the 16th of May? You can see it. You can see it there. Anyway, it was May this year. So then I messaged him the day of recording this. It was actually technically last night, and I asked him if I could make a video about it now because he had publicly spoken about it, and he said that was cool, and if I had any questions to ask him. And so I basically said that, to my knowledge, that she had basically told him to make a whole bunch of things, and that he's now stuck with things that he can't do anything with, and he's quite out of pocket. And he said yes. I had asked to make contracts and bring my management team to handle everything, and she told me, no, let's keep them out of it and just keep it between us, seeing that we were good friends for 5 years or so. There was a certain level of trust. I never did anything disrespectful or distasteful to that girl. She would call me to vent about the industry BS all the time. A certain trust was built through the years, and for her to blatantly screw me over like that made me realize you cannot trust anybody but yourself as far as business goes. Always conduct proper business, aka sign papers. I don't have the screenshot in that drive folder because it was after I had put all of the screenshots into that folder for this video so I could read them off for you. But I asked him how much it cost, like how much he was out of pocket. And as you can see in this screenshot, he said about $30,000. And that is crazy. That is a lot of money. There was also another part of the conversation that I didn't show because it wasn't to do with the prints or anything, but there was a screenshot, and I wasn't going to talk about this, but there was a screenshot that was going around that he had alleged that Poppy had said something about Mars Argo, and I asked him if it was real, and he said that it was a real screenshot and that Poppy had said those things. Now, I'm not going to go into that. You may have seen it around, but yeah, let's just say it's not very good. And if you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, then you may see it sometime. But yeah, it's very not good. It's a bit heavy, but it's not good. I would also like to say before I end this video that I have only seen, I think, one of the prints, and that's the one that is in his office. So I don't know how many actually exist, but I do know that he was selling them at one stage, as I mentioned to him. So I know at least one exists, and it makes sense that he would have a whole bunch of them. I should say, and I should have said at the beginning, that all of this is technically allegedly, because me saying that Poppy is whatever this makes her, scammer, untrustworthy, I don't know. Saying all of that without putting allegedly could get me sued, and I would prefer not to get sued by Poppy. But yeah, I'm going to put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video actually. But yeah, anyway, hopefully this was kind of interesting to you. Maybe it opened your eyes a bit about Poppy and what she's like. But yeah, there's also another post that he posted. So when he posted these, he took them down pretty shortly after. And there was another one that he posted that I won't mention that I don't know if a screenshot exists, but I know that it was brought up to me by someone, and I just want to say that I saw it and I don't agree with it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you never miss an upload. And I shall see you soon for more content. Peace.